the fuck did the error occur? Try again later. Okay, that's not working there. Copy. Edit. Paste. Save. It's not working. Come on. Error occurred. Stop. Why did my Instagram not work? What the fuck is going on? Instagram. ¿Por qué? It's offline there too? Alright, it seems like this is just on YouTube happening. Why the fuck didn't it happen on Instagram? Come on. Save it. Do it, Instagram. Sending data. Come on, Insta. You can do it. You can do it, Insta. I believe in you, big boy. Yeah, here we go. Come to me. Yes. And we are live on Instagram as well. Hello, everybody. Oh, I got a comment. Nope. Come to me. Yes. All right. We're set and good to go. Hello, everybody. It's time to do an evening live stream session. Don't really do these all too often. But just got some new technology today, and I'm excited to use my new shotgun mic right here. Hello to Mia572. How you doing this fine evening? Come on, this is my last match. I can't fuck this up. All right. Come on, stay with. Fuck. Well, need to find another box of matches. I'll be right back. Where the fuck? Why did I just have one match? Come on, Papa Jelly, where'd you put those matches at? Fuck. Alright. Okay, here we go. Come on, fire. Fuck. Ow. Yeah. Shit. All right. Well, that was a bit of a mess. Didn't actually have any more matches, so I had to burn a receipt. I mean, that does not smell like healing. That smells like toxic shit. Fuck. All right. Well, let me try to set this mood. Hello to Sabrina, 78. You're at work, but you just want to pop and say hi from British Columbia. And hello to Aloka Cook 1950. I can't believe I'm able to watch one live. Well, hello to you. I usually handle these with a lot more grace and smoothness, but I can't find any more matches. And I need to be able to set the mood. So I'm going to burn some Palo Santo. I'm going to burn this here and then try to bring it over to the other match, to the other candle, I mean. Hello to Marta Durchak. Is that how you say your name? Hello to you. Come on, you got it. Yeah. And now get here, get that. Get that, yes, beautiful. And we are ready to start writing. That smells a lot better. Hello. I love the look of smoke. I'd love to have a smoke machine here. Just constantly blowing smoke the whole time. Backing that later. Man, what a mess. And now, time to write. Hello to Ice Bear. What am I doing? So, hello, Ice Bear. What I'm doing right now is, oh, there you go. I can see how I look. I am just about to do some journaling. I've got the evening to myself. I did some socializing yesterday, and I did a lot of work today. I finally put together a video. I haven't been able to put a video together in a while because my computer pretty much died. So I set up my computer yesterday. I set up my camera today. I got this new shotgun mic now instead of that giant mic that I've been using this whole time. And I'm just going to spend a little bit of time with myself and do some writing and figure out how I want to spend the rest of my week. And so I like to write and I like to connect. So there you go. Ishiro Kasumi says, that does not smell like healing. It smells like toxic bullshit. Should be a quote of the year. Yeah, well, definitely. I could smell it on some of the Instagram pages that I follow. All right, now time to do some writing. Hello, everybody. It is now April 2nd. I already got that for today. How am I doing? Am I overhead here? You can see how I look. Yeah, that's how I look. Cool. Is this not on? Hey, come on. Let's get some squidgy scratches. Yeah. Up. Nice. AI? No. Hello, this is me. Not AI, but hello to Richard Robin. No AI yet, but does AI do kind of writing like this? Be cool if it did. And hello to S. Triesi. Hello, welcome to the channel. Hello to Calcifer. Show is heart. And hello to Bada. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? It's been a minute, hasn't it? I hope you're doing well. Where am I here? Hi Simon, hope you're doing well. Yeah, doing very well. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Happy to be here. Happy to do some writing tonight. The scribbling sound is really coming through today. Maybe it's a live versus recorded thing? Oh, when have you watched it recorded? Does it sound different when it's like not live? I don't know. But the mic is also very close right now to the pen, so maybe that's doing it? Not sure. Hello to Hello Laura V. Welcome. And hello as well to Gaelic Girl. Thank you, both of you, for joining. Ice Bear says, I'm actually falling asleep. It's great sounds and you have a very nice voice. Oh, well, thank you, Ice Bear. I'm glad that this is helping you fall asleep, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I hope you have a great sleep. Ishiro says, do I use prompts or do I just free write? So, let me answer this head on here. Hi, Ishiro, thanks for asking. I have a list of prompts in my link in bio. So if you're interested in journaling, you could download those. They're free, free of charge. You don't have to pay anything for them. I usually start my writing, if I'm not sure where to start, with a body scan. So what is my body feeling right now? What have I not paid attention to? And so I'm like, okay, I feel something in my stomach right here. I feel a little bit of tension there, and I feel a little bit of tension at the back right here, and my thighs feel like they're tingling because I just went to the gym and I did some squats, and my face is tingling a little bit as well. And as soon as I really check in with my body for a bit, then a different thought comes out. And one of the thoughts that I'm writing about right now, and I'd also love to have anybody else's like input here, is I've noticed that I'm not really enjoying the way that I write on threads online lately. I've really participated in Instagram threads. And I'm saying a lot of the things that I don't like. The things like, hey, I don't like things like this and I don't want things to be this way. And I'm not speaking enough about what I actually do like. I'm getting to ideas via negativa. And I don't want to do that. I want to just be able to be like, these are the things that I believe in. So what are the things that I believe in? And so I'm trying to write down a kind of list of affirmations of my higher values and what those are. And so I'm going to write those out and really try to get those well phrased and try to share the message of the things that I believe in rather than the things that I disbelieve in. I'm able to hold space for other people's energy without necessarily absorbing it myself and needing to resist or refuse it. I could hold space for them and still be able to affirm my own beliefs at the same time. And so what are they? Let me get to that. So I'm going to write those down. Hello to Dr. Kill 999 and Tiana May. Thank you for joining. Hello to Grill Macheese. Love that name. Hello. Lav Kana says show off. When am I showing off? Not necessarily sure when I'm showing off. Hello to 626 Love. Thank you for joining today. Good to see you. I like that. That's a good one. Oh, yeah. Alokakok 1950 says, some of those little things are hummingbirds saying hi to me. The birds collecting husky fur in my yard for the nest. Oh, that's amazing. What a beautiful visual that is. My coworker bringing me a cute sticker. It's very nice. You say that you're also working on seeing the positive and not dwelling on the negative. Yeah, exactly. I definitely like to direct my attention more towards the positive things and the values that I want to share, and not necessarily have to speak out about everything, and not necessarily have to challenge everyone's thoughts that don't agree with me. I've been a bit too confrontational, and I think now it's time for me to just focus on what I believe in rather than what other people believe in isn't right. And hello to Vanessa Young. Thank you for joining. Hello to Michael Lane T. Thank you for joining. Make up your vegan mind. Hey, it's great to see you again. Thank you. Thank you for coming. It's lovely. Hello. Hello to you. Hello to Chimek.
Thank you for joining. Hello to you. Are you not afraid of us reading a diary, Simon? No, please. I'd love for you to read what I'm writing. And anyways, like pretty much whatever I write here, I want to make videos about. So
I'm pretty sure that what you're going to see here is what I'm going to be sharing anyways. I'd be happy to read it right now, in fact. Okay, where do I go? I believe that my emotions are my own responsibilities, and I'm not going to blame anybody for my mood or feelings. I could hold space for others without absorbing their energy, and is that true? Empathy does connect me with what others are feeling, and I try to be in their shoes, but I could also step out of those shoes and step back into my own world. I believe that everybody deserves empathy, and everyone is starved for it, and as I know how to offer it, I'm going to give it away freely. I feel as emotionally resourced as wealthy people are financially resourced. The way they could step into a store without feeling that it's too expensive. I could step into anyone's emotions without feeling overtaxed afterwards. I believe that everyone has a universe inside of them as rich and as beautiful as the one above and around us. And we could explore others with curiosity and kindness forever, if we're just curious enough. I believe that the mind is a byproduct of the body, and the better we take care of our bodies, the better our mind state. I believe people have difficulty accepting this because accountability is challenging. I believe that community is worth the effort and discomfort. I believe friends are made, not found, and friendships require the investment of our time and energy. So, there you go. That's what I'm writing so far. So, yeah, I'm not afraid. But if you want to try to read what I'm writing, then by all means, go ahead. Hello to Broad Pyramix Den, Fun Butt Pyramix. What the fuck? Indeed, Brud. What the fuck? Back to writing.
hello as well to Photography Veronica, Felicia, and to Pokey. Welcome to all of you. All right. Could I turn on the volume of my mic a little bit, please? Let me see here. Is this the one here? This one's a little quiet, hey? Can we turn this shit up a bit? How's that? Okay, so a little bit better?
Thanks for asking.
There's a little bit of echo when I change the writing too. Is there?
What do I have here? Oh, right. Yeah, when I'm on portrait, I don't have the tiny mic on. But when I do the overhead, then I have my little mic here as well. Thanks. I never tried to set it before, so I appreciate the feedback. Thank you for that. It's echoing.
Okay, I'm going to turn off this tiny mic then. All right?
So it could just be me talking instead.
Where was I?
Hello to Sweet Dreams, and thank you, Isabel. I'm glad it's better. Simon, do I have a favorite pen for writing? Actually, no. My selection of writing utensils here in Portugal isn't all too high. Or maybe it is, I just haven't been looking. But I go to the FNAC, and these Uniballs are the best pens that they have there. I'm more than willing to try other pens out to see how those work. But this one works for me, and I kind of like it, so I'm sticking to it. Hello to Candy Kokoro. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Isabel wants to know. Hello, Isabel. How is life in Portugal? I am Portuguese American. Hey, I'll be moving to Lisbon in the summer. Amazing. Changing careers. I'm going to study massage therapy. Hey, Lisbon's a great place for that. Or at least I think so. Lisbon is very, well, at least in the circles that I'm in, it's a very alternative health focused kind of place. Not that massage therapy is alternative health, but the way that I see it, a lot of people have kind of burnt out from their careers in North America, and they're coming to Portugal to try a different, like more chill style of life. And so it's amazing. I think as a massage therapist, you're gonna have a great time. Where in Lisbon are you gonna be moving? Do you know yet? Anyhow, I'm right by Marquês de Pombal, right by the park. Felicia says, I love the name, by the way. Is journaling the longest habit you've been consistent with? What other habits have been beneficial for you over the years? Love that question. I haven't been super consistent with my journaling. Since I've come back to Lisbon in February, I've been journaling every day, sometimes twice a day. But the most consistent habit that I have right now is running. I've been running every single day for, I think, today was like day 539 or 538. So ever since like October 13th, 2023, I've been doing that every single day. I did a lot of writing when I was in university, like up until second year, but then from then on for like 10 years, I didn't really do journaling as I do now. But the other habits that I'm consistent in, I have been working out pretty much my whole life. Doesn't necessarily show. Fuck. I see some people online. How the fuck did you do that? Anyhow, but I've been going to the gym since I was like in high school. I went to a phys ed, like weightlifting class, and since then I've been on and off. And right now I'm going like 4 times a week to the gym as well on top of my running. And what else has been most consistent in my habits? Reading is a very consistent habit of mine. Another habit that's not necessarily a habit, but I've also stopped drinking in September of 2023. I haven't had a drink since then. And so being very health focused is a kind of habit of mine as well. Like, how do I understand my body a little bit better? And because I know that my mind is a byproduct of the body, the kinder I am to my body, the better my mind is going to be. And so what are the things that I could keep on doing and changing to improve? So I have a longevity doctor. I do blood work regularly. I take a whole lot of vitamins, and I go to sleep usually at the same time every night at around 9:30. I'm in bed. It's obscene, 9:30, I know. So that's all I could think of for my consistent habits. Dogs are a habit. Yeah, that's right, my big boy. You can't see them down here. But I'm very much a dog person. I got 2 dogs now. I fucking love dogs. I love to live in the countryside and have 5 fucking dogs in a huge field and just let them run around and then spend all my time at a big wooden desk writing and then just run around. Can I just run and write for the rest of my life? How do I make that life happen? The little French one says, hello, I'm just popping in to say hi. Well, I hope you're still here after that long answer. If you're still here, then hello. Hello to Najat Habaiz. And Isabel says, I'll be staying with my grandmother temporarily. She's in the Chelas neighborhood. I have no idea where that is. Really? Is that how it's spelled?
Is that in like central Lisbon or maybe somewhere outside? Excited to finally live near my cousins and relatives. That's great. I'm glad that you have family here. I think Portugal's a really... Hey, the little French one is still here. I'm glad that you have family here. And if you're coming in summer, Lisbon is so nice in the summer. It's beautiful. It's so sunny and just fucking delicious here. Love this place. Felicia says, I've struggled to journal and I'm enjoying what you've shared. Oh, great. I'm getting excited to start journaling. All right. Thanks for sharing. Well, Felicia, I wound up saying this at the start of my live stream. I'm not sure if you're here for that. But if you're having difficulty with journaling, on my link in bio, then I have some free journaling prompts. You could download them. Don't have to pay anything for them. PDF, got like 22 prompts or so, and that could get you on it. And yeah, I'm so happy that you'll be into journaling. I think it's very, very important for us to be able to explore our inner worlds and ask ourselves questions. I've really been asking myself just now, why am I so interested in sharing this content about videos, about writing? Why do I journal every day on camera? And why is this message so important to me? There's this old teacher in me that's like, hey, you gotta teach, I gotta teach. But I think that teachers suffer from their own kind of ego issues in some ways. Like, if you can't do something, then teach it instead. And is it because I can't actually write a book that I'm telling other people to write? Ooh, that one hurt a little bit. Is that it? I don't know. But I definitely got to investigate and explore through myself and see why I'm doing what I'm doing. Isabella says, if you know where Chelas metro stop is, it's in that area. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of apartments for the armed forces. Okay, my grandfather was in the Portuguese army. Oh, cool. All right. And Felicia says, okay, you'll check out my prompts. I'm glad. Thanks. And now I'm going to get back to trying to figure out why the fuck I want to talk about writing so much and really try to investigate that part of myself. What have I been hiding from myself that I'm not aware of yet? Let's see. Okay. Did not like that. Let me burn some Palo Santo here and get some motherfucking healing up in this. Come on. Isabel FG says, as someone with lots of tattoos, how would you say the general attitude is? I have 2 blacked out arms, so I get a lot of stares, especially from tourists. But I was wondering about your experience. Well, I've always been like, kind of, what's the phrase for it? An object of attention. There you go. I'll say it. I'm very tall, and I've got a shaved head, and I've got 2 beautiful dogs, and my arms are covered in tattoos. And so I kind of just like not really pay that much attention to it all too much. And I see lots of other people here with tattoos, and I'm always like, cool. That's a cool tattoo. There's a girl that goes to my gym, and she's got like blacked out neck and like arms and thighs, and she's awesome. I think her tattoos are cool. But I've never had any issue with it. Like in Japan, I wasn't able to go into gyms, but not the gym that I go to. There are lots of people that have tattoos, and it's not an issue. And no old people have said anything about it here. And when I was in Japan, old people loved my tattoos. Yeah, I haven't really got that much. I don't actually think I've got any attention for my tattoos here, now that I say it. So there you go. And cool handwriting. Thank you. Thank you for appreciating these scribbles, which I always feel self-conscious of because I follow some journalists on Instagram, not like news journalists, but like people that journal, and they have beautiful handwriting. And I'm always like, oh, I wish I kind of wrote like that. Hello to Nat Blah. Have I showed you? Come here, Papa Jelly. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here, my sweet boy. I want to show you to everybody. Have you seen my beautiful corgito? His name is Papa Jelly. I'm going to sniff on it. Did you hear him sniffing? I'm not sure. Oh, you're beautiful and you're so stinky. Yeah? He's almost 3 years old. Yeah, you're almost 3, my sweet guy. Fucking love having dogs. Dogs are so good. Dogs are so good. I love you. Okay. Back to writing. Hello to, Expat Alexandra. Great to see you. And Mario. Hello, Mario. Are you still here? Mario, are you working now? No, you're free from work. Well, hello to you. And hello to Jacques Julian. Wow, I just see that like there's a bit of a delay and there was no focus. Oh, there you go. You could see Papa Jelly in a bit of focus now. All right, back to writing. Yes, Mario, you're free from work actually. Hello. Mario is just an amazing person. Every time she hops in the chat, I don't think you heard this last time, Mario. I told everybody about how much I love your energy and how much I missed working with you. I hope that you're doing well and that you're enjoying Marbella. What's the weather like over there? It's really nice here in Lisbon now. Expat Alexander says, I see you use incense too and candles. Yes, I burned some Palo Santo here to try to get the room to smell like healing. Isabel says, I gotta head out, but I'm glad that I stopped by to say hello. We'll catch you on a future one. It'll be great to see you in a future one, and I hope you have a great time when you get here in summer, Isabel. And hello to Larry GT and Skill Pad the Hue. Hello to both of you. Welcome. Oh yeah, saw that. That's great. Is that an iPad? Is what an iPad? What are you looking at here? There's no iPad on this table. I got my phone there. Oh, thank you. You're so lovely, Simon. Thank you, Mario. Yeah, no, I got another writing book here. I've got, what's this here? What else can you see? I don't think you can see much else. Yeah, no iPads here. iPads hiding behind the computer over there. Okay. Hello to Leo the Bear, and to Wooby is here, and to Sarah Grafias. Welcome all of you. And hello as well to Preet Singh Har Simran. Expat Alexandra says, how's the weather over there? Well, now it's actually very nice and sunny. Sun's about to start setting soon, but we got a beautiful glow going on. It was raining earlier today, and I ran in the rain. I couldn't wait any longer, and as soon as I stopped running, it stopped raining. Lucky me. And hello to Leo. Thank you for the hand wave. Jack Julian says, I'm dog sitting a corgi in a wheelchair right now. Oh my God. And the other night it rained for hours. Finally decided to take her out. Unable to wait. And as soon as she was done, the rain stopped. Figures. Yeah, right? The rain always stops as soon as you have to go back inside. Isn't that hilarious? Oh, I'm glad that you're taking care of a corgi. I love corgis. She's the best. Her name is Oreo. Amazing. That is a very great name for a corgi. Hello to Janine Ross, 4421. Thank you for joining. Oreo is a very cute name for a corgi. Is she black and white like an Oreo? Is that it? Hello to Albert is awesome. Indeed you are. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Yeah, definitely is the cutest. Oh, she is black and white then. Oh, great. Let's burn some healing. Yep, that one sure really fucking needs a lot of healing. So what do I write about? I write about understanding my patterns, and are they coming from a sense of abundance or from a sense of wounding? And if they're coming from a sense of wounding, then what is the wound and how am I trying to heal it? And are my patterns serving me there? Fuck, that's a tough one. Hello to Ash369 and hello to 521 Mika. Thank you for commenting. Welcome. You definitely burn some more Palo Alto whenever I uncover something unhappy about myself. Yep. All right. And back into the trenches we go. Hello to S.A. Cindy. Welcome. Ash Like Snow. Hello. It's always good to see you. Thank you for joining. Hello to Sito Kaspar. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Oh. Hello to Ivan GTR. That's a good question. 521 Mika, thanks for asking. The question is, Simon, do you feel guilt if you miss your daily routines, writing or run, or worry about spiraling if you break a consistent task? Very solid question. So, I'll tackle this bit by bit. Number one, I don't ever feel guilt. I don't like the idea of guilt. I'm very adverse to guilt and shame and blame and any of that language. I'm a recovering Catholic, and I just fuck the idea of guilt at all. Never again. So no, so no guilt to that. And also, I don't miss a day of running. It's been 530 some odd days now. It's been since October 13th, 2023. I just haven't missed a day of running. And there is a part of me. There are many days in which I don't fucking feel like running at all. Some days the weather is shit. Today was shit. I didn't want to fucking run whatsoever. And I know that the days that I don't take care of my body, my mind doesn't do well. It's true. The easy example is I tend to run half marathons on the weekends. I love that distance. And the day before, so I'll run a half marathon on Sunday, and on Saturday, instead of running 6 kilometers, I'll only run like 2 so that my legs can be fresh the next day. And on Saturday, I also don't go to the gym, and so I don't get out my energy. I become a bit of an asshole. I become really fucking picky, and like my girlfriend kind of knows. It's like, oh, it's a Saturday, and he hasn't done his long run at all, and so it's like, hey, I start complaining about the way she uses Instagram or dumb shit. Like, why'd you put your sock over there? Fuck, right? But as soon as I run my half marathon, then I'm just stoned off my tits and endorphins, and nothing bothers me at all. And so there is the worry. There's a little bit of a thought that if I don't take care of all of my routines and all of my hobbies and all of my sense of well-being, that I will spiral. Because there was a time in my life in which I didn't take good care of myself at all. And I wasn't in a good mental shape for that. And that brings up like a major challenge I have. Ivan GTR, I think we've spoken before. Your icon looks familiar. There's a little bit of attention drifting there. How does anybody like do a regular 9-to-5 job and take care of themselves and like do all the things that they need to do? Like when I was in Spain for 3 months, I was on a very intense project, and I'd be in the office from like 8:30 to 6:30 to 7:30 sometimes. I'd even like work through lunch, and I'd eat and do work. And I just fucking came home, and like my eyes were crossing, and I know that it's a very high value for me is to connect with my partner daily and just be like, what's your inner world like? How have you felt? What have you experienced? And what's life like? And I found it so hard to pay attention. Even like had a period in which I had to say, okay, I need to, after work, go to the beach and try to breathe and ground myself so that I could be more present. And so maybe other people are better at it than I am, but I know that if I'm not taking care of myself, if I'm not running and doing all the things that I need to do, then I turn shitty. How do other people not? How do you work? How do you have your careers? And like, are you okay with not going to the gym? Are you okay with like sleeping a little bit? How? I don't know. I just don't fucking get it. So that's a challenging question that you asked, and I opened up a lot there. I don't know. So yeah, I definitely focus a lot on my routines, and I focus a lot on my health and well-being and my mental health, and I explore so much of it obsessively, narcissistically in a way, just gazing into my own soul and to my own paper for hours instead of like going out and doing things that I need to be doing. So yeah, there's a long fucking answer to that one. Thanks for asking. I'm gonna journal about that one a little bit. I like that, Mika. Thank you. You say knowing yourself well is gold. Sure, it sure is gold, but that's not a goal that can pay the rent. It's just the first of the month. It's time to pay the rent. I can't pay that with self-knowledge. Dear landlady, can I tell you all the things that I've discovered about myself? Alokakak, let me get back to here. Alokakak says, it's not easy, I must admit. You definitely find yourself deciding, is this worth it? Because there's only so much time and energy available. I know. There is only so much time available. Oh! Evolving Brain says, you are always streaming when I'm supposed to be working. Well, I think sometimes, you also work late at night, right? But it's good to see you, Evolving Brain. So yeah, the question is, like, you only have so much time and energy available. I have no idea how parents do it on their own. The people that separate from their families and go off to another city or country and have a kid by themselves, it's fucking insane. How do you raise a child without any support network? Like, and the people that I know that are doing it are really, really tired. My God, they're so tired. How does anyone do that? And yeah, and then also cooking your own food and like making sure it's clean. I don't want to go out and eat shit. I eat clean. And how do they work out all the time? And the parents that I know just don't. They don't have enough time to do all that, to take care of themselves enough. And so yeah, I mean, we're very productive and our careers demand so much of us. So I'm trying to imagine a future in which when I have children, I can homeschool them. I definitely don't want to send my kids to a public school. It's a fucking zoo. It's horrible what happens to them. And children need attention and they're starved for it. And they're not getting attention in a classroom of 30 people. They're not. And so the attention that's important for their development, they're deprived of, nutritionally deficient in the way. And then it's no wonder they have attention deficit disorders, because they just have attention deficits. And so I definitely think I'm going to be one of those people that want to homeschool my kid. And so can I homeschool my children while we sit together and journal and then spend our time running together? And that somehow winds up being a career. Do I create content about this the whole time? Do I just show videos of myself running with my kids and how I homeschool them and what I teach them? I don't know. How does everybody do everything? This is why polyamory was appealing to me for a while, because life is a lot more affordable if you got 3 people paying the mortgage rather than 2. Just saying. Polyamory seems like a good financial decision. I'm going to put that out there. So difficult to manage show, and I didn't do well with it. Back to writing. Hello to Saranya Kotny. Thank you for joining. Evolving Brain says, I agree that education is best done one-to-one, but they also need robust social... Okay, let's get back to here. But they also need robust socialization. 100% agree. That's just as important. How we take care of that side of things. So that part, I'm not necessarily sure. From the people that I've spoken with that have done homeschooling, they get their kids into lots of social programs afterwards. And so I think that here's a dream. I'd love to build some kind of community with people that share similar values to me, in which we could all spend our time homeschooling our kids, and then the kids can go off and play with each other. Just need to make sure that everybody has kids at the exact same time that I have my children, and that's really not likely to happen. So lots of after-school programs and lots of weekends in which you're connecting with people. I don't think that like robust socialization winds up happening in public schools. I think that toxic socialization winds up happening there. Bullying is horrible. Pressuring is horrible. Like the kind of stuff that happens in classes is horrible. So that's a socialization that I think is highly damaging to a lot of people. And so I'd rather do the one-on-one teaching and like socialize with them by actually speaking with them, because I honestly don't know a lot of parents that sit and actually like spend time listening to their kids and honoring their worlds and talking to them and being curious about them. Most of the parents that I know just tell their kids what they need to do. Here's how you need to behave. Here's what you need to do. Do this, do this, do this, do this. And no curiosity about what their inner world is like. Maybe you're not that kind of parent. Maybe whoever's watching is a different kind of parent. But a lot of the ones that I've seen and heard kind of do act like that. Yeah, that's kind of shitty, I think. I don't think a lot of people respect their kids. I think a lot of people order them. So I'll definitely offer them a lot better kind of socialization, because I will actually empathize for my child. Actually empathize. Back to writing. Love your engagement here at Evolving Brain. The question is, what do I make of anti-fragility? Emotional IQ requires exposure to many traumas the way the immune system requires exposure. Okay, I could see the similarity that you're saying there, but I don't think anti-fragility is developed through mini traumas. I think anti-fragility is developed through having a strong sense of self and understanding regulation. How do you self-regulate? If like you might experience a traumatic event and you're not trained for that traumatic event by many traumatic events, you don't. It's not like basketball, which you got to keep on doing a whole lot of shots until game day. I don't believe that. I think that we learn how to be anti-fragile by learning how to breathe through a situation, how to self-regulate, how to not take on the emotional volume of other people, how to breathe through it, how to stay present and curious, and how to understand that, hey, what this person is doing doesn't necessarily affect me. Okay, this is a challenge that's happening right now. I'm going to face a lot of challenges. How do I do that? And if they just understand that there is no real danger, I think trauma comes with a sense of danger, danger, danger. Your life's in danger, but your life really isn't in danger most of the time. I think we're so much safer than we were back in our hunter-gatherer days, but we keep on feeling that same sense of danger. And so I think anti-fragility is built through a robust sense of self. Take care of your body very, very well. I want my kid to be like a super athlete. And once you have a happy body, a happy mind follows, and then learn how to breathe and meditate and be mindful and present. And that's the recipe for anti-fragility, in my way, at least. And that's what emotional IQ requires. I also think emotional IQ, emotional intelligence, I'm not sure if this is what you're thinking. I'm really interested in Lisa Feldman Barrett's idea of constructed emotions. And the idea is that there is no like list of emotions, right? There's no like happiness or sadness or whatnot. Some cultures don't feel sadness and some cultures don't feel anger. All there is whenever a child is making a face and crying or making a noise, and a parent will try to guess and be like, are you feeling sad? Are you feeling angry? And they'll project their guesses onto the child when they're just feeling something. And so all we really have is a circumplex. Are you high arousal or are you low arousal, and is the valence positive or negative? And once you kind of understand that, then that's all the emotional IQ that you need. And if you have enough curiosity to ask other people how they're feeling and even where they're feeling it, like, where do you feel that, right? If I were to say to you, like, where do you feel your anxiety? I think you might feel your anxiety in a different place than I feel it. So I'd ask your body, where do you feel that? And so that's where I think emotional IQ comes in. Not necessarily knowing all the emotions, but knowing how to be curious. Hello to Reaching for Myself and Kai and Tai. Thank you both of you for joining. And so the question is, how would they truly practice self-regulation without exposure to real or not simulated mini traumas? So let me see if I'm understanding what you're questioning here. Is the question also? I've been kind of talking for over an hour, so I know that my attention gets diffuse after an hour, and so I might not be as excited and as eloquent as I want to be. And so is the idea here that regulation has to be practiced in challenging situations rather than just kind of like upheld throughout? I think that they'll have like challenging situations throughout if they have like an answer, a question that they can't answer, or if they have something that they're trying to do in sports that they're having difficulty with, or when I get them to like their social interactions with other people, I'm sure they're going to be able to come back and say that they've had some interactions with parents who haven't raised their children with the same kind of emotional intelligence that I've raised my child, and they'll be able to tell me like what they felt and what they experienced, and I'll just be able to explore that with them with curiosity. And so I think that they can experience some of that through the challenges of socialization, but without the fucking hellscape of public schools. Like, I'm sorry, I maybe speak about it very strongly, but I remember watching Adolescence recently and just seeing that high school was dreadful. And I was a high school teacher, and high schools are horrible. Public schools are horrible fucking prisons for children. It's just a mess. They're not that good for them. I don't want to send my kids to prison. So your question is, I think exposure to real unfiltered human behavior is instructive in the same way that exposure to real germs is useful to the immune system. Sure, I could definitely see the similarity there. Like, there is the flow state in a way, right? In which like you are in a situation in which you're not under challenged so that you're bored and that your attention fades, and you're not over challenged to the point that you experience a trauma or that you hurt yourself in some ways. You find yourself in the middle, and you have to believe in progressive overload, right? Kind of like muscles are the same way. You have to challenge yourself and lift weights a little bit more to get stronger. You have to expose your self to germs to get a little bit stronger. You have to run longer to become a better runner. And so you have to progressively overload and have this kind of lifestyle creep constantly kick in. And so the question is there a necessity to have the kind of progressive overload or that kind of training for children so that they could be anti-fragile? I don't necessarily think so. I kind of want to raise them in a world in which they're not exposed to that. Like and they also, the idea is like, what is real unfiltered? So you mean like in an office setting or like on the streets? Like I'd rather just have them be around a community that shares their values and work with people that share their values, rather than be like, all right, now you have to go off onto a subway and deal with screaming people, and now you have to go off and work for a shitty boss that's going to try to grope you. I don't know. I want to raise them in a way that they could be free from that as much as possible. And so this is why I'm hoping that there's some way that I could find a path forward in which I can have some kind of career in which I could be able to spend enough time to homeschool my children and still do something to support them financially in that way. And I know that this is speaking from a position of ultra privilege. Yeah, can I just like not work and be a part of regular society and still make money for it, and so enough for my kids so that they don't have to really worry about that shit either? Yeah, I know this is high dreams. I'd also love to turn a pumpkin into a cherry while I'm at it, and it's probably highly not likely. So I definitely am speaking from a position of idealism rather than realism. And I know sooner or later, my girlfriend wants to have kids soon, so I gotta start getting to it, regardless of if I'm in a homeschooling situation or not. And I think that's a bridge that we'll just have to cross when we get there. But I really hope that we don't have to get to that bridge. So there's a kind of long answer to that. I hope that kind of helps. My mouth is so fucking dry. I've been talking for a while. Alokakok says, all that being said, what do you think could be done in a general sense to improve the school experience for kids? Well, fuck, so many things. Limit class sizes to 10 max. I even think that might be too much. Good luck with that, right? Not have kids sitting for a whole hour in class. I think a lot of my ideas for improvements are like things that I just want the schools to stop doing. I know that schools were built to prepare children for factory work, and have schools really evolved to prepare children for a future of AI in which they're not really going to be sitting in a factory or office? They're going to be kind of doing their own things from computers and remote work. I don't know. I don't think schools have been catching up. At least I'm not sure. I've been out of the school system for 15 years. But when I was in it, it was still kind of backwards and old-fashioned. And hopefully now things have changed. And so how about we take all that money that we're spending on ADHD medicine and invest that into schools and more time with our children, or like something for parents so that they could stay home with their kids and pay attention to them more. Get rid of screens for education. Like I think that when kids actually need attention and like they're given screens at school and screens at home, that's really fucking damaging. Or is it, I don't know, like am I being old-fashioned and being like, oh, keep the kids away from the screens, as I talk to a screen of people whose voices I don't necessarily even hear, just texts? Are even real people or robots? Who knows? Oh boy, going down a rabbit hole. But yeah, maybe I was even thinking today, maybe the answer is just to expose your kids to as much screens and social media as possible, because then they'll be better prepared for the future that's ahead of them. That's going to be entirely digital. I don't know. I don't know that answer. But a general sense, I think one of the easiest things that we could do to improve the school experience for kids is teach people how to fucking empathize. Really, teach them how to empathize. And I don't mean just like sing songs and Teletubby shit, but like the practice of empathy. Really make empathy a practice in which kids do. Spend time, have time where teachers can have an hour with a kid and just talk to them. However the fuck that could be done. I have no idea, because the schools are just overcrowded and underfunded, and isn't like America like destroying their like Department of Education? Well, I don't know. Money keeps on getting pulled out of education systems rather than put into them. So yeah, teach empathy, practice empathy, model empathy, show people that their feelings and opinions actually matter, and that they are beautiful on the inside, and that it's worth hearing everything that they're thinking and feeling. Make Up Your Vegan Mind says, since when did you even want children? I thought that you didn't want children. What changed your mind? Yeah, so when I was married, I didn't want to have children. And we both kind of decided that, hey, we don't want to give EDS to anybody else because it's a really painful condition. And so that just wasn't on our mind. And we were just kind of like busy traveling, doing all these things. And that wasn't a part of me. But my girlfriend now, she wants to have kids. And, you know, we've been together for 3 years. And I love her and I care for her. And I want her to live as fulfilling a life as possible. And being a mother is a really high value system for her. And for me, I've really, I had a long period of my life in which I really did want to have children. My marriage kind of crushed it out of me. But before then, I really did. I really believed in it. I was a teacher. I love hanging around kids. I think that they're amazing. I think a lot of that is my old childhood wound of not getting attention from my parents and wanting to be able to give that attention, wanting to be able to undo the shit that I went through and then to model it into others. But I think a lot of people want to have children out of spite of their parents, maybe, sometimes. I'm not sure. That's not me. But yeah, my girlfriend says she really wants to have them, and I really wanted her to feel fulfilled, and I'm going to be a fucking awesome dad. I mean, I got great genes. I'm tall and handsome and well-educated, and I got great values, and I know I'm going to be a great father. So I kind of think that, yeah, why not? I just don't necessarily feel in a financial situation to do that yet, because I definitely want to be able to afford a night nurse, because fuck, I can't give up my sleep. How am I going to give up my sleep? Don't make me think about this. There's way too many questions. How does one do everything? How does one do everything that needs to be done? Not sure. Make up your vegan mind. Can you ask a really deep question? Yes, I love really deep questions, and I'd be very open to hearing your very deep question. I will say that my attention isn't going to be as great, and my answer might not be as good as it can be, as I'd like it to be. So I'll make my best attempt right now. Usually after an hour is when I find my attention start to get diffuse. And so I definitely am starting to feel a little bit more airy and faded. But yeah, please ask the deep question. This has all been a whole lot of deep questions today, especially from Evolving Brain and making me think about anti-fragility. So yeah, hit me with it, whatever you got. In short, my boyfriend wants to live with his parents in the future. Ooh, all right. On the countryside. Ooh, very cool. All right. So, in guessing, me on the other hand, you want to live private and in the city. Totally understandable. You know, his parents aren't your parents, and you might not necessarily want to live with them. I totally get that. Do you think this could work out? I mean, everything can work out if you wanted to. And it also is just a matter of, hello, first of all, to Kaylee1720 and to Ridiculissa. I love both of your names. And so, do I think it could work out? Sure. I mean, lots of people put themselves in situations that they don't necessarily love, but they do it for their partners, and they challenge themselves and they put themselves in the situations that they wouldn't normally be in. And do you believe that the benefit of, you know, living in the countryside with your boyfriend and your parents is worth it, as opposed to, you know, the private city life that you want to live? And that's a question that I can't answer, because that's your own body. Like for me, I really don't fucking like being in a city. It's so noisy. My God, it's so noisy everywhere. And I keep on reading like ADHD and autism threads about like how sensitive they are to like sound and how everything's overstimulating. And like, am I? I don't want to go down that route. But it's just so noisy in the city for me, and cars are dangerous, and I want to be able to run around with my dogs, and I can't run around with my dogs freely without me worried about them being hit. So you're saying that he doesn't want to compromise. Sorry for English. No need to apologize. I love that you're asking. I don't know what to do. I love him, but this means I will give up my life. Yeah, it sounds like you're in a tough situation. You really value the relationship that you have with your boyfriend. And your boyfriend has a life that he wants to live that doesn't align with the values and the kind of life that you want to live. And so the question is, who's going to bend? Like, does he want to live with his parents like now and soon? Or does he want to live with them sometime later in the future, like 20, 30 years from now? And if he wants to live there now, the question is that what you want to do? Are you going to have enough things in the countryside to be able to take care of your health and your well-being? What are the things that you value, right? Like, I know one of the biggest challenges, like when I was in Spain, my girlfriend came with me. We went to Marbella, and it was really tough for her, man. It was so fucking tough for her. Like, it's a place that you have to have a car, and she didn't have a car. Here in Lisbon, you could walk around and take really cheap Ubers, and public transportation is existent while it's not existent in Marbella. And she didn't really have a community of people that really share her values. Like, here we have more like artsy people in the city and more spiritually oriented. And in Marbella, there's a different vibe of people there. The joke that I like to say is, 1 out of every 2 boobs there is fake. And you could see lots of people just value flash and plastic surgery, and that wasn't really in alignment with her values, and she suffered for it. And she did it for me and for our relationship, and she was desperately trying to find a community, but it was tough work. And if you're going to be going over to the countryside with your boyfriend, are you going to have all the resources that you need? What do you need in order to live a fulfilling life? Do you need access to the gym? Do you need access to yoga classes, to friends? What are the things that you need? And can you find them there? And if not, and your boyfriend just wants you to uproot everything just because he wants to be with his parents or whatever his other list is, then I say it might be really tough for you. It's going to be really painful for you. And I know personally what it's like to sacrifice my sense of self for trying to please a partner. Did it in my marriage, and I did it in another relationship right afterwards. Just hopped right back into that same fucking pattern, and it didn't serve me very well at all. And so, learn from my mistakes, young one. Anyhow, hey, Kartik Sarin, it works out here in India. Hello. And you wind up saying, sorry, I know it's a little short story, but I didn't want to make this story long, and this summed it up. I don't want to lose myself, but what does life mean without love? So maybe it's worth it. What does life mean without love? That's, sure. That's a fair question. What does life mean without love? Do you think, I don't necessarily want to ask you that. That's a tough one. I hear that love is a very high value for you, and it seems like it's probably your highest value, and that's something that you want to honor. Julia, all right, hello, Julia. And it seems like love is something that you really want to honor, and I totally get that. I've definitely been raised to think that love and relationship is the most important thing, and no matter what else, no matter how much it costs me, then focus on that above all else. And it cost me a lot. It cost me a lot, Julia, and I hope that it doesn't cost you the same that it cost me. And on that note, I definitely do feel super fadey now with my attention. It's been an hour and 22 minutes. This is the longest I've ever done this live stream, and my candle went out. Fuck. Thank you, everyone, for engaging so much and for keeping me company and talking today. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30 my time. It's 9:40 my time, and I usually turn off screens at around 8 p.m. So I'm going to get starting to wind down now.